Hello everyone, it's Roxana from I'mNotForEveryone.com again. I'm finally making another video tutorial. I've been kind of under the weather, so I didn't feel like getting on camera, but I wanted to review something for you today, and it's actually going to be the first time that I've used it. I stopped at my local Neiman Marcus and I got a sample of Bobbi Brown's Skin Foundation SPF 15. It's supposed to be really great. I know it was written up, and I want to say it was something like Brides Magazine, and it is a water-based foundation. So when you actually even look at the little sample card, the ingredients, the very first ingredient is water, and it does have a very light kind of a watery texture. And I think that Bobbi's idea with this foundation is she really wanted something that would even out skin and look like skin and not look like foundation. And it's a lightweight, water-based, and it hydrates and freshens the skin as well, and of course has SPF 15. So I'm going to use a little bit of this today. I believe my color is sand, and I'm just going to take a little bit out of the bottle. This has a little squeezy top. When I get my full size in, I'll have to update with what the top looks like on that one. So I'm just going to take a little bit, and I'm going to take my foundation brush, and I'm using one that I got from Sephora. This little angled brush, but you can use whichever brush you like. And I'm going to pat this on. And then just blend it out. And I'm going to touch it because I want to feel what it feels like with my fingertips as well. It's extremely light, and I can already see it gives a very even, light finish. And coverage. So this first application is a very sheer kind of wash of coverage. It's not a full coverage foundation. However, I did read that you can build the coverage on this foundation. So if you feel like you don't get quite enough coverage from the first application, you can always go in and do a second application as well. So you guys can already see that the redness that I have tends to be like right here in the center of my face and a little bit out here by my hairline. And you can see that that has pretty much evened all of that out. Of course, I could go in with my powder. It's going to give me a little bit more of a finished look, or I could even go in with a little bit more in that area and build the coverage. I have to say I really like the way this feels. If any of you have the opportunity to go and pick up a sample of this and try it out, I think that you will really like it. I really don't enjoy wearing foundation that much. I think that I need it to even out my skin a little bit, but I just don't like the heavy feeling that I get a lot of times from foundation. And this foundation doesn't have that at all. So now you can see with the second application that I have a little bit more coverage. Okay everybody, I have finished applying the Bobbi Skin Foundation to the other side of my face, so you can kind of get a look at how that looks over the whole face. And there's a couple of things that I really do like about this foundation so far. I have to give it a little bit longer test drive, try it out a couple of times. Number one, you can definitely tell when you put it on the skin that it is a water-based foundation. It has a very liquid, it really has a lot of slip over the skin, and it just sort of dissipates over the skin as you're putting it on, and it blends really nicely. It's actually quite flawless when you put it on. There's a little bit of luminosity that seems to be built in. I don't see any like shimmery particles or anything like that, but you can definitely tell when you put it on the skin. It gives you a little bit of radiance and a little bit of glow, which is actually really nice. It's very light feeling foundation, which is great if you live in a climate like here in Texas. I living in Austin, but I've also lived in Houston, and you feel like anything you put on your face in the summertime is just melting off. This doesn't feel like you have anything on at all, which is really nice, but it just gives you a little bit of even coverage. And let's see, is there anything else that I can think of? Well, of course it has the SPF 15, which is really nice for in the summertime as well. So I think this is going to be really good for people who tend to gravitate towards things like tinted moisturizers or really lightweight foundations, people who have oilier skins or people who just don't like the feeling of makeup. This is a really great foundation for you. Or even for people who like something lighter in the summertime because their climate is hotter, like I was mentioning, this will be a good foundation for you as well. So that's my review of Bobbi's new Skin Foundation SPF 15. If I come up with any other little things that I want to add, I'll be sure to update my blog with those. All right, see you next time.